Welcome back. It is one of the most important professions globally, but being a teacher these days can be tough. A local aspiring teacher from Flushing is creating a movement for future teachers who are being surrounded by negativity because of their chosen career field. Flushing native Caitlin Smith created the Be the Teacher You Wish You Had movement. And Caitlin joins us now here on First at 4 to talk more about her initiative. And Caitlin, thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so you are a junior at Central Michigan University.
Yes, I am.
Education major.
Yes, education.
What inspired you to want to be a teacher?
Yeah, so I grew up with a lot of siblings, and as the oldest sister, you often get chosen to do homework and help with homework. So I just started to love to see my siblings learn and be able to help them complete stuff, their assignments and everything, and it just fueled a passion for me, and I knew that I wanted to do this for my life.
And so now let's talk about your movement, this movement that you've created, the Be the Teacher You Wish You Had. You say you call it a positive movement to support future educators. So what does the Be the Teacher You Wish You Had, what is that all about?
Yeah, so for me, that's something that I started as an affirmation for myself. I like to, when I think about being a teacher, I like to think about why I want to do it. And I remember me being in school and the teacher that I wish that I had, someone who was engaged, focused, and really cared about my knowledge and my well-being. And I just remind myself that I want to do that. And I needed to create a movement to remind other future educators, because I think it's important to uplift everyone, especially all my future educators out there.
Yeah, and so you talk a little bit in your pitch that you wanted to change the narrative and some of the negativity. What are some of the things that you've heard or your peers have heard because they want to be teachers?
Yeah, to be honest, at Central, I started doing clinical placements. I also substitute teach, and I'm a part of Kappa Delta Pi, a National Education Honor Society. It's quite often nowadays to hear negative things about the profession and saying that I might get burnt out, I'm not going to enjoy it, or even things about the pay that I'll receive. And it just sometimes feels very discouraging to go into the profession. And I know me and a lot of my peers who are studying to be teachers, we should be getting uplifted and we should be receiving positive things. And it's just something I notice and I'm affected by. And if I can make a difference, I definitely want to try.
Yeah, would you say that desiring to be a teacher in the midst of all of the negativity that you hear is more about a calling than just choosing a career, that it's really, you know, like your calling, it's what you want to do in spite of those things?
Right, I do, and I think that it takes a lot to push yourself through that. And I've had education professors kind of unintentionally, but kind of make me rethink the career. I've had even family, and it feels like you need to have that extra grit and that extra drive. And that's why I created my movement, was to show that positivity. There isn't all negative. And I think that it's important to share.
Yeah, at the core of it, why are you so committed to it?
Yeah, I want to be a teacher. And if I would be lying if I said there wasn't a time where I thought about changing my career path. And it really was something that I had to remember, I want to do it. And I know that I have people who support me. I need to focus on those people. And at the heart of it all, I know that I'll make a difference. And that's the best thing about being a teacher, is you build communities and you support children. And I'm not trying to discredit anything because teaching is hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard profession.
Challenging, yeah.
Yeah, but I think there also should be hope and there should be encouragement.
And let's quickly talk about the website. Be the Teacher You Wish You Had. It's a website.
Yes.
And tell us about the website and some of the resources and positive affirmations and things you have for other aspiring teachers, or even those who may be even working in the field who need a lift every now and again.
Yeah, I often found myself needing to remember why I started this, why I want to keep doing it. And Central Michigan is known for their educators, and I knew that this was something that I wasn't just struggling with. So I created a website and flyers to pass around and put up on bulletin boards. It has YouTube videos about reasons and real life stories about teachers who have impacted students for their life. And it's got kind of a little bit about me, so if people can relate to my story, and just to serve as a reminder of there's positives and you will make a difference when you're a teacher. And there's hard days, but if you ever need something to make those a little easier, my website can help.
Okay, well, Caitlin, thank you so much. And
Yeah.
thank you for your desire to want to be a teacher. Very important profession, although it is challenging. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank
That's
you.
Caitlin Smith. She's a junior at Central Michigan University, and she founded the Be the Teacher You Wish You Had movement. It's a website, and you can get to that website and the resources that are available there by scanning the QR